Hello, hello. How is everybody doing tonight? Oh. Hello, hello. All right. Just to recap. We honestly won more than we lost last night, which was a bit of a surprise. We managed to climb all the way up to Bronze 2 without too much trouble. And honestly, things are working pretty well. I'm looking forward to this. We already pulled our pack from the last time. We're set with a deck that is honestly looking remarkably good for being this early in. Everything is at least theoretically usable. We have a couple of ways to... We have some things that'll let us survive. We have some honestly really good removal in Zaborg. We have things that are going on. I'm quite excited. We're just gonna hop right into it. We're gonna get some games, and we're gonna make this happen. On some further discussion, we should still be good for a stream tomorrow. It's just, it might be a bit more jank than usual. High chance that, yeah, really it is just high chance that it doesn't quite look or play as good. Or look or feel as good. Because I'm not going to be in my usual location. What do we want to start open with? I think I'd go with this Mariokutai, because that stands a chance of actually affecting the game state. And generally, we always want to be affecting the game state and preventing our opponents from doing things, if possible. Because that's basically the only way we get to do anything, is if we can prevent our opponents from doing things. Oh? Now that this is in our hand, I'm really curious to see if we can get it off. I was not aware this was an effect that exists in the game. It is mildly stupid. But it looks like we might actually get the chance to play it. Which I'm excited for. Yeah, we're just gonna rock it. This look at your opponent's hand and put a monster from it into your hand. It's a stupid effect to exist. It should not be a thing. Like, what do you mean that's an effect that exists and that you're using? But we're using because it's stupid and we can. Card steal 2-hand, no less. Like, it's not just card steal, it puts it in your hand. If it was just like, oh, put it on the board on your side of the field, that'd be one thing. But it's put it in your hand. It's honestly the sort of effect that I would be expecting from, like, if this is not like ancient card, I will be shocked. I fully expect that this is some really old, really dumb card that just never got... It never got banned because it was never good enough to see you play. Because this is a huge cost to do that. You have to lose the creature by battle and pay an additional 1,500 on top of that. Oh. Yeah. I'll Mario Kotai that. Mario Kutai? Mario Kutai. We're infipping the Mario Kutai. No, we're infipping the Chainmaster. Infinite infip being discard. It basically says no. Does this prevent me attacking with it too, or is it just effect? No, it's just effects. Why did you do this? Four. What? What is this man doing? The impermanence is absolutely unnecessary. Why did you do that, dude? Oh. Rough, but totally manageable. We'll go into the Scourge next turn and then we'll be fine. What are you looking to do, dude? You're adding back Amdusk, but what does that do? Your tribute setting the Amdusk? Okay. I guess that does mean that I can't just run over it with the Scarlet Scourge, which means I should probably... we'll play out this Researcher, change that to defense position, go to... and aim to make, like, the Cracking Dragon. And if he changes it to face-up attack, then we will swap in the Scarlet Scourge. Oh? We'll swap in the Scarlet Scourge, and that'll let us run over the Amdusk. Because this is the field that runs over my Marcosia, but not really anything else. Like, it lets them reuse the rebellion, the contact. And that does let them get the Morning Star back out. But I don't know if that's enough for them. Either way, our ideal is actually drawing a card that could special summon itself, which is not that. Might as well. Let's do that. Yeah. Hello. Oh, nice. Where? Was it just like... Oh. Yeah, you did say that's where it was. I think, isn't that where you both are? Okay, that's not good. This is bad. Because now we are losing. I think we're probably losing this game. Like, the Dark Lord Rebellion swing is probably just going to be too much, prove to be too much. Understood. Well, it really all comes down to this last card to save. Okay. So I can summon Warrior of Atlantis. Run over the Amp Dusk. Oh. Okay. Sure. I got a pass turn on that. Let's see here. What can we do? Hello, hello. Well, unavoidable, but rough. Yeah, we're losing. Not as badly as we could be, but we're losing. I really need this to work so that I can have something on the field for next turn. Because I need to build up even a little bit of a card advantage here. tell y'all what. Let's do a quick prediction. Might as well, might as well. Oh good, that's at least gonna blow up the... I don't know why he decided to do that instead of just... Oh, yeah, okay, that would be why. Being able to swing in for game would absolutely be why. Oh well. Still doing just fine. We're just gonna hop right into another one. Nah. Well, we were doing alright for a minute. We weren't able to actually make anything with our advantage. Okay, this is an interesting hand. This is an interesting hand. Like, it's a hand that definitely could do things. But it won't, but it could. I have a sneaking suspicion that this is going to turn out to be a competent player. Folks who have random... you don't... like, this is a weird sleeve to be randomly playing. I know that's a strange call-out, but it's a weird sleeve to be randomly playing. Bone Archfiend? Sure. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Am I about to get OTK'd by a terrible OTK? I think I might be. Not... he's likely about to be. He's not currently, in a weird way. I think he might have done this wrong. I think he might have done this wrong. No? Okay. Sure. Okay. I'm a little confused, but okay. We're gonna tribute summon this cracking dragon we have. And we're just gonna sit behind that, I think. Yeah, that just lasts a turn, right? Yeah. I was passing to end of turn anyway, but... So he either crashes his Red Dragon Archfiend into my... his Scarlight Archfiend into my Cracking Dragon, and has to basically entirely reset his board, I think? No, he can do this Crimson Gaia thing. But, like... where's he going? What are you doing, bud? Sure. Do the thing. Yeah, I'll activate it. I'm about to make this man do so much damage to himself. Uh-huh. What are you hoping to take me off of here? What are you looking for, my friend? Uh-huh. Sure. We summon Magnemite. It's extremely silly that this is working. Because what I'm gonna do next turn if this lives, this really shouldn't live, but if this lives, uh-huh. Yeah. We have 2 tuners on the field this time, so we can do this. I don't think this person's aware of how Crimson Gaia works, or at least I hope not. It seems like they don't. They have a bunch of levels on the field, but I don't know if they have the right levels. Like, they're looking at... Okay, that's 12. Uh-huh. Okay, that's 10. 4... Okay, so it looks like they were using some of the Red Dragon Archfiend stuff. Game for a much weirder position. I'm not really familiar with this guy. I've probably lost, though. Probably didn't need to give him that opportunity, but... Yeah, that's game. Because that's well over 6,700. So all he has to do is attack. When he gets there, which may be about a minute. Well, that ended the way I expected it to. And honestly, this is the sort of gameplay I expected yesterday, was to just get beaten into the dirt by the weirdest things. There was no part of that match where we were in the control. Let's try an easier challenge. Do we get 2 wins tonight? I'll set 5 minutes on this one. And this will be our prediction for the evening. Here, actually, no, let me reset that. We'll set that even a bit longer. We'll set that at 10 minutes. Alright. Let's hop in then. See if we can make this a reality. Okay. We're gonna set researcher. Just because it's the highest defense things we have available. Also, don't forget we do have a before I forget to plug, we do have a Discord. You can find the link in the pinned messages, or you can find it in the channel description. Feel free to hop on and get more regular updates. Good odds of a shortened stream tomorrow. Possible that we miss altogether. The best way to keep up to date on that is there, because that's where I'm going to give updates. What is happening? Are we actually getting heroed? I think we're actually getting heroed. No? No, we're not actually getting heroed for some reason. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Sure. Where are we going with this? So, for those who are learning how Yu-Gi-Oh works through this channel, normally if you attack a defense position monster, you never deal damage to your opponent. But Malicious has this line of text about piercing battle damage, which is basically explicitly saying, hey, in this one case, for this one guy, you get to pierce. You get to deal battle damage even if it doesn't make sense. I'm not really sure where to go from here. I think we just have to keep setting and passing until we find something that can buy us a turn. There's a little bit of hope. They haven't put out something that... Okay. No, we are for sure losing this. What are we fusing for, bud? What did we reveal there? Malicious Fiend? Why? Are we summoning Malicious Fiend? No. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Sure. we'll draw, and we're probably just going to concede. Yeah, we're conceding. This is a bad hand. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. This is not a good hand. I think the next thing we need is more interaction and more removal. And more ways to special summon things. It hardly even matters what they are. We're just looking for things. Okay, it's the same Cyberdark deck, or probably a different Cyber player, but also the Cyberdark deck. This person seems to have gotten a much better hand than the last one. But not good enough, because they've given us an opportunity to actually do something, actually do things. I'm untrusting of the way Dodo Swordsman works, but I think we go for it. It's certainly cooler than Zaborg. But I may be being foolish here. Oh yeah. That was bad play on my part. Because Zaborg does stuff immediately. I have probably lost the game here. Because this is going to be a huge swing, because he's going to be able to full combo after this. Theoretically? Why did he vanish from the field? Like, fascinating turn. Okay. Having that is good for if we start getting really in the hole, but right now I'm just gonna go for this Chainmaster and try and get in for some damage. I assume they have something going on? I honestly was sitting there looking at the Dododo Swordsman and going, no, this is a big mistake. But it seems to be fine. We're not losing, which is so shocking to me. Okay, maybe a little punished. Maybe a little punished, maybe a little punished, maybe a little punished. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. We're on this card. Sure. Oh, that's so good. Hold on. I think we can steal the... If we do this right, we get to steal their Cyber Dragon, which would be ideal. And we get to look at their hand to boot. Oh, this is so good. Yeah, I can only add a monster. Okay. Sure. Okay, so they have a bunch of fusion stuff, but no actual ability to, like, do the fusion stuff. So no, we're not punished. We have in fact been rewarded for our stupid play patterns. No, yeah. No, I can't, because the Chimera Tech matches. So they would both blow up and I would have no material. So I need to tribute Zaborg, push for Zaborg beforehand. That's fine. We're denying them material. They still need a way to get off the ground. They have a handful of fusion spells and nothing to summon. I don't know. You know what this deck gives me the vibe of? That they opened a bunch of the Cyber Dark packs and are just like playing out of the Cyber Dark packs and the Cyber Dark packs and what they already owned. Yeah, I'll summon this. This is hilarious. No, really? Please try to at least kill the Mad Hacker. Okay. we know those are both fusion spells of various kinds. It doesn't really matter what they are. It really just matters that he can't actually use them. Yeah, at this point, let's get a little draw engine going. Yo! That's exactly the kind of action we want to finish out this game. No, these are 7s. There just happen to be like 4 or 5 of them in here because, you know, there's only so many reasonable cards. Okay. Sure. Sure. What now? Oh, honey. Is Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon really your beater in this deck? Please don't send any machine monsters. No, what are you doing? Why? Like, I understand that you could banish it to get a power bond, but like... what do you think that's gonna do? Ah, yes, we're gonna beat you to death with this Jongler Cool Illusionist. Perfect. Exactly what I needed. Yeah, do it. You have no monsters. You still need to find another Cyber Dragon or something. And you've already gotten 2 of them. What are you even doing? Okay. Okay. Hold on. They might actually do it? Yeah. I can't even be mad if they get this, if they do this. Like, if they manage to get it done this way... No! They didn't power bond! No! You poor greedy... They could have just won! They could have just won! They could have just won. What's the actual base attack on this? 1600? 800. Okay, perfect. I'll trade this gladly. Yeah, I'm enabling them to do their Cyberdark fusion. But odds are good that if I didn't, they would... Like, hopefully they would have figured out Power Bond next turn. And at least this way I'm making them remember an additional step for it. Huh? Oh, so now they have all of it. Okay. Yeah, now they can just do whatever they want. Now, friend, I beg of you. Please remember you have Power Bond. Please, this isn't enough. You have to Power Bond. Please, just Power Bond. Oh. Buddy. Does this even pierce? No. This doesn't make them pierce. Power Bond isn't a quick play spell, is it? I don't think so. What are they waiting for? Oh, they were deciding what to send? Really? Oh, thank goodness. They found lethal. Thank goodness. Oh, jeez. That was brutal. On to the next. Going first once more. That's more likely to do something. This is a pretty bad hand. I'm kind of, I kind of am feeling as though I've already, like, this is not a very winnable game. Oh, yeah. What? Why are we playing Ritual Beasts and Goblin Bikers? What is happening? What? What? Why are we on Infernoid Goblin Biker Ritual Beast? Are they also doing Masochist? I just happened to have 2 Infernoids? Or 3? No, no way that that's what's going on here. No, this is not a this can't be a Masochist. Or if this is a Masochist, somebody on Masochist, this is somebody deep into their Masochist run. That set of cards just makes no sense together. Why not put it where you could use both arrows? What? Am I getting... What? Okay. We're linking off into early, sure. We're blowing up our own early. So we can summon early back? Okay, so I don't know what their intended play pattern is, but it seems to involve recurring these Pit Knights. So I think if I can steal their Pit Knight early with the Scarlet Scourge, then I can throw their entire battle plan off. Because they seem to have sacrificed all of their material. Yeah, okay. This is like a late stage. This has got to have been like a theoretically late stage, whatchamacallit run. Masochist run. Because not even bots are this stupid. And their decks aren't usually this scattered either. What the heck is this deck? Let's go ahead and summon a second monster so that we can swap into something bigger in a minute here. I'm presuming they're gonna disrupt me at some point. Surely. Oh, we're doing something? We banished the Piety in order to summon a Patrulia. Okay. Yeah, sure. I'll activate that. That way I can at least... like, it's some amount of protection. Sure. This card is really not worth your... What? Does this have a... What? I'm so confused. Well, I at least can summon somebody I like to finish them off. Though I will admit, I've been Yeah, whatever. I've been quite enjoying the Scarlet Scourge. Scarlet Scourge has been doing a ton of work in these games. Huge amount of disruption if I can catch anything out. Most baffling duel I've had in a while. Actually, hold on. No, we need to go see. I need to understand what I was playing against here. What was this? Okay, we have... What? What is... Do we have a Ken? It really doesn't look like we have a Ken to go with our two Gens. Some random goblin bikers. Genroku. What? What? You can't summon these! Well, I guess you theoretically... What is... Well, I really have no idea what they were doing with this deck. It's so weird. But, that was a win. So we're definitely on at least one win for the night. And I get to open up a new Master Pack. Which is a blessing. Okay. Okay. Excuse me. Not great, but... Well, okay, I didn't realize it was level 8. Never mind, it's pretty bad. No. 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 Ah, I didn't mean to hit them all. Wow! Uh-oh. No chance I'm using that. Infinitrack Harvester? Ooh. That's honestly a really good body and could turn into something really good. This is bad. That's not going into the deck. Why is Destiny board even in that? Whatever. We're gonna. Disc Fighter. Okay. Bad. Also bad. Or not even bad, just not usable. Not the worst thing we've seen. Could go in the deck. Probably won't. Now, Great White. Just look at this guy. How could we not want him in the deck? How could he not have a place? No, I don't want to see that ever again, actually. No. Okay, the only thing I immediately want in the deck is this Infinitrack Harvester. Nothing else stands out. I literally have not yet seen this. I don't like this. Uroboros doesn't really do anything for me over any of the other 5-ups I have. I think I'm probably going to try and cut that. Bring me down below 9 total in the deck, which is important, I think. We've only gotten one so far, my friend. As for the rest of these... I said let's see if we can get a second. Ah, well, it's not a big deal. I think I am actually willing to run Meteor Flare. Because while this isn't a deck that generates a whole lot of card advantage, it's also not one that spends its cards very quickly. I think we used that to cut one of our 3 2 tribute monsters. One of our 4 2 tribute monsters. Basically just for the purpose of being able to say we've done so. I think this is slightly more likely to be useful. Because it's easier for this deck to have cards in hand than cards on field. Yo, we got the soccer ball. Do we swap to the soccer ball? Uh-oh, we gotta swap from the duelist to, or another duelist to Karibo. And we've earned our bronze frame. Explorer. Quick play. Mods, kill that man. It's always the same site, too. I am playing the true way. I am. By which I mean poorly. Alright, I think that's the way to go. Yo, thank you. And to the next. Okay. So this is best when we can force them to flip. So when we can force them to flip and kill it in the same turn. Which I don't have a creature in hand that can do right now. Why with this terrible deck? So from here they just win the game, right? That's how this works. They just win the game from here, right? This is somebody who actually understands how this deck works, unlike the last person we played. Oh, actual factual RDA. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I thought the RDA line required 2 tuners. But I guess I'm just wrong? I thought, but I thought that was like one of its things, is that it required 2 tuners. No shot. Might as well. none of these actually have the original RDA blow up the whole field effect. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and concede. There's no reason to stick around here. That's one of the ones that I can't get rid of, so I don't even get to use that. A little unfortunate. Okay. I think I just go into Commander, right? It's fine. Hi, this is my deck. I have a 2500 beater. Care to do anything about it? Oh, you care to do something stupid. You know, I've never seen this deck played before, so I really have no idea what it's doing. So I'm really just kind of going with it. I can't stop it. So I guess the question really just is, do they put up a 2500 beater? If they do, I care. If they don't, I guess I don't. I have no ability to affect any of this, so I probably don't even need to try and read all these. I just need to figure out if they have negates on their end board. I presume they're doing something with all these fours. Are they getting ready to go for a Alan Bersham? Okay, I officially... Well, I don't really care if they actually try to run into me. It's only 2,500. Sure. Do. Do. Okay, that is the monster that can run over mine. Oh yeah, and it's gone. That's a monster that can kill it. Pretty well, even. Is that what we're going for? I have no idea. Is that lethal? I hope so. Looks like it. No? Can you maybe quick summon something to make it? No? You can't? Okay. Sure, I guess you can not kill me, and I can attack again. This puts up mildly more threat. Is there any reason I can't just kill your Cosmos Queen? No? Cool. Pass. Alright. Well, that was expected. What a duel. Well, this is certainly a hand. This is a hand that does do things. We're gonna put up as much possible disruption as we can. But what is taking our opponent so long? It doesn't look like it. Like, we're still no signs of them disconnecting. No. We're gonna wait for them to do something before we... We're gonna wait for them to do something relevant before just... Ah, see, now I have to do it. Because we're gonna do it to defend... We would rather defend resource. If, like, they had done a spell beforehand, great and fine. But it looks like they have something they're casting that they're really keen on protecting. And I think it's gotta be... I think it's this. I think so, but... No, I don't think it is, actually. I don't think White Forest has been meta for a good while. If I remember correctly, the current Master Duel meta is Malice. With, it is like Malice with, Malice and, some amount of Ryzeal and Mitsurugi. Primarily Mitsurugi with Malice, even. White Forest hasn't been meta for a while. This is like the actual Azamina stuff. What? Okay. Yeah, I think White Forest was meta. Uh-huh. Yeah, we've lost this. No way we can fight a Baron de Fleur. No, we've... Okay, I'm not even gonna... No. No. I ain't sitting through that. That is a lost game if ever I saw one. Well, I can go into Hastor. What? It's the tricky. It's the tricky. It's your boy. The tricky. It's the tricky. Because they're feeling a little foolish. And you know what? I can respect that. I think we beat this with our eccentric boy. And the help of our old entity, Hastor. If I had a better way to summon it, it might be one of the better cards in my deck. Alas, I do not. Sure. Magician's Rod is a good way to win a lot of games. Question is, are they smart enough to blow up the Mad Hacker, or do they try and kill my Olden? Nice! We have them. We have them, boys. Oh no, I didn't realize. It's level 4 or lower. Oh, it's the one with the lowest attack. Oh well. I have stolen your rod! Okay, bud. Might not do a whole lot, but it sure does exist. I'm gonna put this down just because I desperately want them to play into it. Please play into this on accident. It would be so funny. No, they're gonna actually do the smart thing. Okay. Okay. Yeah, as it turns out, the Dark Magician players are doing dumber things than they were now. I'll go first. The important thing about going first in a setting like this really is just that we get to set up whatever little disruption we have. Like, we can have this Mario Kutai out on the field ahead of time, so that when they do something, we can have at least one interruption. Also, I feel I should point this out. We have a goal in place, 410 subs, and we are only, or 410 follows, and we are only 2 follows away. Sure. I love that we're playing Kashtira, Unicorn, and Smashing Ground together. Sure? Go for it. Did you actually get a Kashtira? No, we're doing it now. Sure. Okay. You know, sometimes I look at these and go, and just have to wonder how choices got made. Like, how did the Smashing Ground end up in this deck? Like, this kind of feels like somebody's playing, like, quote-unquote pure Kashtira. But now I also know that there was, in fact, random Smashing Ground mixed in. And I have to wonder how that happened. Yeah, sure. This probably should be an instant concession from me. But I'll let it play out a little bit longer for the content, I guess. Why did you grab the Cashier Apotheosis instead of this? What were you expecting? Oh, what's that? Ah, no. Sure. Uh-huh. Yeah, go ahead and concede. It's fine. You don't gotta go through all that trouble. Okay. One more game. One more game. One more game. I think I am going to try to stream regularly on Wednesday night. Like in that 10 o'clock time slot. Just a reasonable time. And I certainly hope it works out for people. But, that's where I'm leaning right now. We have a couple different interaction options in this hand, which is really interesting. I don't think I've actually gotten to play with this Hannibal Necromancer before. We simply haven't seen it. Luna Light. Oh! We count it. They played a card. And they actually surrendered. So we did it! We tiered up into silver. Nice. Alright, so what do we want to do? So I do feel ranking up into silver is a big enough deal to warrant doing something special. So what sort of thing are we thinking for that? Obviously we can go into the shop and we can pick out something fancy, like a new some new accessories, and we'll do that. But you do get to participate as you can. So if you guys have any ideas of anything else we should do for getting into a new tier, that does nothing. I would love to hear your thoughts. Okay. Magister is interesting. I don't think it works properly because for the pendulum effect works properly because I don't have another spell counter monster, but nonetheless, interesting ideas and something to keep in mind as we go forward. This is nothing. Nothing, but an interesting nothing. Requires a Naturia monster. Ah! Ooh, a second Altergeist. Interesting. I'm gonna need to see what I can do with a second Altergeist. Galactic Spiral Dragon. Ooh. Possible. Also some really neat looking art. No. Ancient Gears. Does not matter. Okay, so this Pixial and the Galactic Spiral are the two cards I really want to take a look at. The Magister is interesting, but I don't have anything that works with it for the moment. I could, though. But before we get to anything else, let's open up Legacy Packs, Sword Hunter. Oh, I know what this card. This card is ancient. This is bad. Okay, that could actually be useful. Oh, it's a spirit. And for the great reward of changing battle position. Nah. Nah. Oh, Tohime's not it. Ooh. Dralago. Could be good. I mean, it's something. Different Dimension Capsule is something. That something may be a bad, whatchamacallit, but it's something. Alright, we just ranked up into silver. What do we want to pick up for accessories? We could get the Toad. We could get this Earth's Arctic Big Dipper deck for the field. That's kind of neat. So let's presume we're getting the Earth's Arctic Big Dipper. Let's go ahead and grab that, because I do think that's a cool looking. We have a ton of gems. We'll go ahead and pick up these temporary ones. Just because we have the gems and we can. Yeah, I'll mark that as the current one. Beyond that, my only other instinct is that I do love a good Gazaris. So even though we'll never get to use them, that would be cool. Do we want to mix up our icon? Let's see here. I don't know about a lot of these. True King is kind of overdoing it. Dreaming Nimlaria is kind of funny. Let's go ahead and pick up these ones. The temporary ones, because we can. And we might as well. Oh. Any of these that we want to go with? Ooh. Not right now, I don't think. And I don't care about wallpaper. I really don't care. So the only other thing I would like to consider, if I can get some opinions from folks, we could pick up one of these Birth of a Challenger packs. I do think this might... No, I'm actually not gonna. Or that would be too much. That would be too much. Let's instead just go straight to deck building. Okay. In terms of cards we want to consider putting in, I think Missing Force is reasonable. Drago is an effect we could definitely get off, but doesn't really do all that much for us. It feels weird to say, but damage doesn't really matter if we can't, like, win games. And that doesn't require just, like, pushing through with a 1600. Galactic Spiral Dragon. Light and or Dark Dragons. How many dragons am I running at all? Not many. Am I running any? Looks like just the one. And it's the Keeper of the Shrine, so we're not going to be using that. Okay, I know this Altergeist has other effects. Okay, so if it dies, then I could also put that in my graveyard. That doesn't seem very good. Oh. It's given me a bunch of other cards I can't use. Why did it do that? I wonder if there's a way. Is there any way to set a filter? To filter out the cards I can't get rid of? No. These cards are obviously not useful. But it's a little disappointing, I think, that Missing Force might be the only usable card here. And I don't really think it is usable. The problem is that if it lives for its effect long enough for its effect to be good, like for its effect to be usable, that's like, I don't think there's a situation where it lives for me to make good on its effect, and its effect is good. If it's still alive, that means my opponent hasn't done anything, and that means that there aren't good things for me to steal. Because I don't have good ways to just take advantage of whatever I can grab. In that way, I'm kind of reliant, like, yes, if I have an Adamantipator Researcher already on the field, or an eccentric boy already on the field and I grab a 7 or 8, I could theoretically make Nirvana High Paladin. But again, these are like, or you know, if it's a 1, I could theoretically make Numeron Gate DVE, or you know, a 6, so on and so forth. But again, if like my stuff is living for me to take advantage of that, then it's not, I'm not losing anyway. So in that way, it feels kind of like a win more. But is it a win more? So in Magic the Gathering theory, there's this idea of the 4 portions of the game. Developing, parity, winning, losing. Or like, advantage, disadvantage. And I'm trying to think, because this deck is slow and bad, that is actually a relevant way for me to think about the game. For most decks, that wouldn't be the case. So, for most Yu-Gi-Oh decks, that wouldn't be the case so much, just because there isn't really a developing stage, nor is there, like, the game doesn't really last long enough for these to take effect for cards like Missing Force. Like, a Masochist run is the first and last time that Missing Force is ever going to be useful. But within that theory, I have to think about this in terms of when it could be useful. Developing is kind of a no, because it doesn't do anything special when you're developing, and in fact has worse attacks than many of the monsters that it would be competing with. And if we're losing, which is the grand majority of the time, it does nothing. The only times it could be useful are when we're at parity or winning. And those are the times when it can get us more material to keep moving and, like, really close the door on an opponent. But I don't think I can afford to build my deck that way. I think I have to build my deck with the assumption that I'm always going to be, like, at best at parity, at worst at disadvantage. In which case, it's only kind of useful in the... It's only somewhat useful in the latter and is not useful in the former. Excuse me. So I think I am going to pass on it. Different Dimension Capsule. Is it ironic to say it's too slow? By the time it does anything, it's not worth it. I just don't think it's worth playing in this deck. At which point you get all the way down to things like Stray Asmodean, which is also not good. No, we're not running Stray Asmodean. In which case, I don't think we're running any of these here. So I think that is gonna be that then. thank you all so much for joining me this evening. This has been a lot of fun. We did end up winning our two duels for the night. So thank you everybody who participated. I will meet you back here tomorrow night. We may run a bit late. I may end up starting at 9. I will keep you informed of that through the Discord. If we do start at 9, we'll hop right into Blueprints. We aren't going to bother with the Rivals warm-up. We're just going to go straight into Prints. And then after that, we'll look to play together Wednesday night, 10 to 12 p.m. We're not going to do Blueprints for that. And we may not do Master Duel for that. I have a number of other things I'm looking at. We may look to start playing some Malice, which is a card game that I have been very interested to get a look at. So, in the meantime, hope everybody has a good night, and I will see you guys soon. Bye-bye!